Okay. I don't really have much that'll increase. Oh, right. That's probably not worth it. Karaoke. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's definitely way cooler down here.
Yeah. Yes, I stole your mug. You have so many.
Yeah, for now.
Journal. There we are. I need to go get a brush. Gotta talk to them about the pigs. Gotta talk to Morrell and Morel and the Whirling with Rags. I love that they're the Hardy Boys.
Oop.
The guys who claim that they killed the dude.
Oh.
I don't know where the Lost Bull would be. This is the one that... This is the primary goal for today. Sing karaoke. That's the primary goal. And I gotta wait until Pro shows up.
Why not?
Yes. See? Oh, hold on.
Yes?
I think I got done what I wanted to do for release tonight.
That's good.
With my clothes. I'll do some more once the rest of the stuff comes in.
See if the drunks are here.
Huh?
Drunks probably show up a little bit later on.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little...
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there
I got
with
my
them,
lunch and coffee ready for
fishing,
tomorrow.
making a living.
Nice.
So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer? Oh? Well, how can I...
I don't want to ask this lady out. That just seems weird. After the drunk of a husband died. She doesn't need to deal with another drunk. So I'm gonna check the pawn shop real quick.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted...
Sound equipment. What's over here?
You see rows of toy soldiers got...
Hello, hello.
Nope. Alright. Nothing left in here. Oh, I gotta talk to these guys again.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says a young man with piss faggot written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, fuck the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have
Was that all
proper
the
skull
laundry
value.
done? All the hanging up stuff
Yes.
too?
Yep. Other than the one pair of things you had that weren't dry.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong...
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skull.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and...
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their belief.
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
What kind of cop are you? That's not a question. Don't get into it. I'm so glad you asked!
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmetai, or the Besmeti, the Immortals, are...
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in general, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Murder?
Yeah, sure.
Also, He was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there.
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere...
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are... No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not... The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
That's right.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Just trust me and follow my lead. No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his... The other one shuffles uncomfortably. Nevertheless,
The Union does their share. Martinez, at least where that's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
apart from the unions themselves...
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we are. We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them. Because we can be just as psycho and vicious.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. Mm-hmm. What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper...
I may have to cut this short, Hal. Someone just climbed out of my wardrobe.
Attention, it is imperative that the medium
Sorry.
itself convey the message.
You're fine.
Did I scare you?
Oh, I'm on.
Do a barrel roll.
There we go.
Did I scare
If
you?
it's delicate
Sorry.
you want,
You're
it's
fine.
delicate you'll
In
get.
fact,
Got him!
got me all right.
I mean
Sorry.
by this,
No, you're fine.
we are all pissed. And that the world...
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least...
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The three...
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
I miss my fuck the world throw over shirt. I really do.
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird... Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Go try to get their jackets. I succeeded last night in getting the piss faggot jacket, and I was trying to get Kim to wear it, and he's like, no.
Yes? What is? What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss faggot or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements. Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
Fuck yeah.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Half-Light. The legendary. Oh, it's at 42% though. I can't save either. Come on.
These guys aren't scary.
Fuck.
You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either...
Why? Yeah, like you said, total shit. What about it?
You didn't say that. The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow. I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
I love Kim.
No, he won't.
Nope.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Writes law and does dishes. You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
I'm not wearing that jacket. I already am expressing my individuality. The need will not arise.
It's good to know in case the need ever arises. Not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around frat?
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
Alright, let's take a look at the piss faggot coat. +1 drama, -1 authority. Yeah, I ain't wearing that. -1 authority. Wait, I'm a detective? Oh. That too. Have more authority now. Alright. I'm pressing the wrong button.
So Kim's the one with the deep voice?
Yeah, this is Kim Kitsuragi, and this is me. I'm kind of a schmuck. Actually, I'm not just kinda, I am a schmuck. Can I just hold on to my gun? Oh yeah, I definitely can. What's this? Oh, alright. Play tapes. Oh, that's a...
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. I am. So are you. What brings you here? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Really? Well, I look forward to that.
I'm going to sing karaoke.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
That's like one of the guys outside.
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Sure. Anything else on your mind? You did? And how did you like him?
The one... Hi, Ellie's! Obviously.
Ellie's.
Oh crap, which one is that? Oh wait, no, here, hold on.
There. Appreciate it.
Here's Shorty. Here's Shorty. Here's Shorty.
Of course.
Here's Shorty.
I don't know if I should come on to him. That sounds
Here's
kind of weird.
Shorty.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
I'm on a motherfucking dinosaur!
A visitor from the first
I may have to
world.
cut this short, Hal.
It's not
Someone
like you
just
and
climbed
me.
out of my wardrobe.
He can always return.
Hi, bro.
Hey, bro. Oh, that's right. One of these days I'll learn where all these are.
This is how I
To his
enter my
opportunities
house.
in Occident.
What's
Sir
up,
Lieutenant.
fuckers?
Still,
Fuck
his coming
you,
and going
that's
brings
why.
some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. On Sundays.
Sundays.
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. Hmm? What about me, gendarme?
Sure, why not?
It's the
Ah.
sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill.
Ellie's, you ever watch Gossip Girl?
Oh boy.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Alright. Oh, here he is. Here's Morel.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for
I'm
finding
probably
my
going to
husband
too.
and
I'm in the
helping
third
him out.
season.
I hope he hasn't been too much trouble for you.
All I know was I was halfway watching with her,
I had to explain things, and it gets very.
and all I could
Yeah,
think
they
of...
just got married.
Oh, what was it? What was her? Georgina, and I'm just like...
I just need you to shut
Yeah, hey,
the
Georgina.
fuck up, 'cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Such a mess.
You know...
Of course, officer.
They're a bunch of backstabbers.
Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning? No. It's the cryptid. Oh, yes.
Well, I'm sure. I know. I kind of love Blair and Chuck together.
Oof. That went down the wrong pipe. Excuse me.
The 8-eyed pterodon, the largest flying avian ever discovered.
The thing that sucks is I'm not gonna say anything.
5 meters.
But I think I know who it is already because when the show ended originally,
it got spoiled for
one of my friends was watching it and spoiled it. Like posted on Facebook, spoiled it.
All of evolution is a mutation.
Until it was cited by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist.
I go message you.
In 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely.
I go message you.
But, of course, you are not.
Stop it!
Happened on a
That's not fair.
Expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrao Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plottenkopf.
She can DM you.
And this isn't because I think that's who it is. This is because it was spoiled on Facebook. So
I'm already verified, I know. Because I spoil everything.
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Air Desert.
Never leave questions for me, because I'll just go look them up. Especially when I know the show's over.
Alone in the blasted desert heat.
Oh, that's fine.
Wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped. He was lost.
Well, there was the episode where they tried to figure it out, like right after graduation.
Feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon, but by the time
he does a good job.
More like he followed.
No, I'll just watch it. It'll be fine. We can
and
discuss after I finish.
He was dying of thirst.
You got a couple more seasons to go. Go only on the 3rd.
Followed the Tetatorn until
I think there's what, 7
canyon wall, where the bird finally landed to rest. Professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under
being
its
naughty.
wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch.
Watch out.
Then the Tetatorn.
It's on Max. That's how I'm watching it.
He could see it had 8
It's
eyes,
6 seasons.
4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed. The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back.
Hi, kitty.
Every time he stepped forward,
Doing.
paralysis. The 8-eyed Tetatorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there. And the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind. Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Oamrao is
When's the last time they were out?
Modern radar telemetry
Before
shows great promise.
Right before?
We
Oh,
will
okay.
confirm this one by the end of the decade.
I don't trust her.
latest.
Oh, no.
This one I liked.
You can be naughty.
Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
Sadly, yes.
Was it on
But there are
Netflix too,
numerous
or is it
reports
just Max?
of 8-eyed bird skulls from Ilmara.
Meanwhile.
And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian
Not Netflix?
imperial
Oh,
eagle,
dang.
an ancient.
Not really. It's just stylization.
Very, very.
I know I'm watching
This
it on
one's very
Max.
famous. Everyone
No,
knows
you
it.
cannot have the ice
People will
cream.
be looking at that tie on you and thinking that man is in
Off.
the cryptids.
Off, Willow.
What else do you want to know?
Hey, You promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
The lieutenant pauses
How you been, Ellie?
thoughtfully. Something in him breaks.
Oh, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Oh, he's in Jake's bed again. No, go lay down.
I got it. He's like, wait, you were only going to talk about one cryptid. I'm like, but don't you want to learn about more cryptids? He's like, fuck it, let's have more cryptids.
The smallest cryptid is the
Ellie, do you see this cat right now? Do you see the ridiculousness?
bacterium. It was discovered in one of the northernmost bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded
Yes, he
history.
is.
But he likes it. He's making it his.
He's playing in it with his little
disappeared
toy.
shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. No doubt in hopes of prolonging
I bought him
her
a
own
bed
life.
on TikTok. I'm excited.
Yes,
Because it's
the
cute.
bacteria had survived in the ice
Go lay down.
since times
Go.
immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
Yes, and she's quite mad too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and
Nice.
irascible, so that even her
Yes, you
oldest
can watch
friends
it and
were
then we can
forced to pull
discuss.
away. We can assume that
I've
she
been
has
sort
been
of
living
binging
somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing
Narcos?
through her bloodstream.
Narcos.
Those.
It's a TV show about the drug cops.
Oh.
Or
And Lucifer.
Lucifer.
I've heard good things, but I haven't watched. I've never watched it.
You can't just walk into a drug den and go, "Hello, drug dealers." No, I wouldn't be that silly. He does it in Spanish. Hola, drug dealer. Isn't that with the other guy?
I need to finish the last season. I need to watch the last season of The Blacklist.
Oh, I love Tom Ellis. He's
The
fantastic.
giant
That's
lives
Lucifer.
in the most arid parts of the
Yeah, he
vast
seems-
Kokonur Desert.
Oh, he has
in
fun
South
with that
Samara,
role. It's fun.
passing a
It's like
strange
watching the guys who
across
do
the
Good
barren
Omens.
wastes.
The pseudo boyfriends.
Mirage
Constantine.
or psychogenous
Yeah.
lumens.
Just how
No one
big is
knows
it?
for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Detective Conan release? No. Why am I blanking? Huh? I think I missed something.
We're cousins.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
The towering luminosity of Kokonur.
Who are you? No animal can be.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species, there are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget.
Gravity anomaly.
You're
ready for tomorrow? Of Jeroma. Oh, yes. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
Oh, okay. Okay, Detective Conan. Yep, it's an anime.
Oh.
Well, anime, manga. Yeah, it's a bunch of different things.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Oh, yeah.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks? confirming the existence of these very little
jeez.
species.
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it
People
in a
have to
jar
remember
with
too that
formaldehyde,
the creator is the
thinking
one
that
who
would
created things. They
detoxify
know
the
where
numb's
things are
venom.
going. Yeah, Constantine. Constantine would be good.
Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone.
No,
Isn't that overly convenient?
don't get me wrong. I like the Keanu one. The only biggest problem I have with that one is he's not British or smarmy enough. And what the fuck is Shia LaBeouf doing there too? Yeah, you've only seen the Keanu run. Oh yeah,
I saw the show.
Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Matt Ryan.
Season. Yeah, I liked him.
Well, if you ever read the comics, he embodies it.
Yeah. That's the only thing they've ever done is that movie and then that season of the show.
Yes, and I think they're actually talking about doing another movie. I think with
Oh.
Keanu, which I'm like, why? At least I thought they were talking about it.
Dirk stole my Stanley.
Yes. Well, I know, but
He is.
I do
Very
like him,
true.
but he's good at some things. John Wick, yeah, because he keeps those going.
We need to see the most recent
one, yeah. Oh, Legends of Tomorrow. Right? Was it Legends of Tomorrow? Oh, it's part of the DC. Yeah, it was part of DC. Yep. Legends of Tomorrow was great because then you got to see, oh, what the hell is the guy's name? Commander Cool. I like the guy who plays Commander Cool. He was a great actor. Oh.
I understand your skepticism. What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy
Yeah.
tales have someone or something invisible in them. Okay, I want...
It's the cold among...
I think I already asked this one.
Can also be true.
It could be, yes. Although
Fine, I'll bite.
many scientists, plenty.
Yeah, I've
when
asked this before.
The scientist, they realize, sequester, time, that is, they tried to...
Her voice sounds
They
familiar.
cancel each other out.
Exactly. After
When did
that,
this come out?
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the
4
story,
years ago?
though.
3? Crap, I know I've had it for a while because when it first came out, Pro played the crap out of it, and then I got it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to play it, and then I never did.
Ellis, did you see the new cover art for the new ND game? See the cover art?
2019. So yeah, 4 years ago. Haha, I was right!
It's 5.
4.
It's 5.
It's 4. 2023.
I'm glad you
Oh,
did
okay.
that.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm the one drinking.
What about what? I'm glad you like them. But
Alright.
We were sort of talking about it last night, too. I can't believe it's been...
Nothing like the gratitude of a
I
good
can't believe it's
woman.
been 5 years since we've gotten a game.
I need to drink right now because I've been working too damn much. No one's helping me.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
no locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but
It just means the Insulindian Phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Damn right.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Yeah. Yep. I would have to agree.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust
No,
and escaped.
I agree.
This is good news.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis. Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now.
Yeah.
And brought some great news too.
Yep.
My gratitude.
Yeah.
And the gratitude
Agreed.
of the Société
Agreed.
Cryptozoologique du Ravishop.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation.
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity?
I'm just here to piss Kim off right now.
You have your
Damn it.
suspicions, but nothing you can form into a viable explanation.
Damn it.
A different cryptid?
Oh, sweetie. Maybe you should stick to human detective work.
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirk.
Thanks. Always a pleasure to... I mean, officers.
Alright, Gart.
Where'd Willow go?
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference
I'm
in
gonna-
his attitude.
Go up.
Gart's gonna do karaoke. But maybe. We'll see. Hold on.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to
Oh,
acknowledge.
it's the karaoke man.
You need to approach the situation logically.
You're go
Ask
ahead.
him why
No,
he
Willow!
has the PA
I'll just
system
chill.
installed
It's an or
if he
Willow.
can't use it.
Uh-oh. Not down here.
Or something.
Probably.
Because he's on the couch and the cat's in the big bed.
Mm-hmm.
I do karaoke. I will
The
go out to
whirling
karaoke.
doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now. It's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great
Hello?
karaoke catastrophe of 44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Guess what? I brought my own.
He's lying. But whatever, you don't really need his name tag. The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine.
Ah, here we go.
Of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Got him!
I'm
says
having
save
it
your game.
uninstalled.
Got it.
He mumbles to himself.
I have to do it twice? Oh.
Yeah. Agreed, Ellie's.
Alright, quick shave.
I never watched Law and Order this
The
week.
stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creep under your feet.
Oh, success version and a fail version. Okay.
You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady.
Hi.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands? It's still early here.
I think I'm gonna fail
Daylight
first.
is seeping into the dining hall. All the tables have been wiped pristine clean for the customers to come. Someone's making coffee in the kitchen, but aside from that, no one's really around yet. It would be a much better idea if the air is
Still one
with anticipation. The tape clicks into the carousel, and then
Save
the
it?
music
Oh, I did.
starts.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Not terrible.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Not bad.
Yes, not bad at all.
No reply. There is silence now, in the deep where the voice came from.
Okay, yes. I'm going to unplug the microphone, so you can get off the stage now.
Alright. Now I have to figure out how to fail.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
No problem.
I'll be in check, guys, so I'm just gonna head up and get stuff ready for work tomorrow and whatnot.
Alright, how do I fail, Pro? Wait, do you need an escort up? Oh, we gotta go find her. Actually, hold on a thought. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take her up.
I think he wants to go out too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 28% chance and I still won. Jesus.
Bye, guys.
Let's go ahead and put you back. Alright. As I was saying, how do I screw this up? Thank you. Or do I just have to try to fail? Okay, well, I think... Maybe if I drop my savoir-faire. Damn it. Just take off anything that increases savoir-faire. That already decreases savoir-faire. Wow, I'm wearing everything that could drop it. Jesus.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale. Some secrets are better left uncovered. It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of... Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in... What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants.
Okay.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 braves. Already you regret it.
You've passed up your chance to start smoking cigarettes for now, but don't worry.
Ah. Thought so. I can resist.
Hey, was there something you needed? Do I have a shaker in my hand?
It's not a shaker. It's...
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little... That's right! I'm the cafeteria manager!
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Well, you're not getting it!
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
The stage is all set up. You feel a little dizzy. A little...
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know.
The air is with...
I don't know how to lose. I'm too good at this shit. We'll try that one more time.
The stage is... You feel a...
So, are you ready for your...
Drama, okay. That's it. I need to drop my drama. So anything with drama I need to drop. Take that off. There we go. That might do it. Try this.
The stage is all set up for your You feel a little dizzy.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud hands. Where do you put your hand? It's still early. Someone's making coffee in the kitchen.
All right.
That, no one's really around yet. The air.
Yes. There we go.
Anticipation.
There we go. This is a fail.
The tape clicks into the carousel, and then the music starts. God, a lump's in my throat suddenly.
This should be good. I'm gonna need a beer for this one, though. Hold on. The anticipation. Just had to lower my drama.
I would often go there to the tiny church there.
Oh dear God.
The smallest church in Sanson. Now it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there.
He's still getting the lyrics right, just someone kicked him in the balls.
Towards the Seven Sisters. Towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone. None of this matters.
Did you hear that? The most pathetic applause in the world, made of pity.
I'm up here singing my fucking heart out. Is that good enough for you fuckers?
You hear, or think you hear, uncomfortable shift.
I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay?
Fuck you! I gave it my fucking best! I gave it everything and you shit on me!
A voice from the back squeaks something. It's definitely laughter. Someone walks out of the room by the front door. Some woman. Is it because of you?
You don't know what good singing is! This is real singing! I sing about real stuff!
I'm unplugging it.
That's it. You're unpowered.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
You liked it?
Detective Dubois. It was downright tragic.
I mean it, he thinks. To him, being a cop in the RCM was truly expressed in that performance.
I'll take it. Putting that back on though. That was special. Whew. Alright, karaoke is done.
Again? I keep...
Yes? What is it? Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
What? No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
Lieutenant W. Freighter, John Archetype McCoy's younger brother, Lance McCoy, although a man of 32 years, will mentally never surpass a 6-year-old. No idea. Just passing on.
And I'm not going to pretend like he's got a learning disability. Yes, and I'm wondering why. Don't you have a case to solve?
Yes? Did you want something from me?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would.
Nope. Alright, do I have anything that increases authority? Crit core doesn't help. No. Okay. I mean, I could just equip the gun.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was... Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Yeah, there's absolutely no fucking way.
A witness? You ain't got.
That's just contact status. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others.
Well, let's hear it then.
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town.
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist Internet.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's...
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right. I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry.
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Some witness.
You don't have to go to school for shit.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a...
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having...
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old...
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone. God, poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuron or something. Bastards left her alone.
Hey, wasn't Everott's B team looking for her the other day? They said something.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. You're fucking with me.
Sure did, boss. Heard him loud and clear. The pig's lost his...
Well, at least I can see you got it back. If you had Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Anything else you wanted to know? Was? Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago.
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Carl. Dunno. She lives by the water.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just...
No problem.
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
I'm gonna save and try to do something stupid again. This is gonna end badly, I know it is, so... Alright, I quick saved. Anything with authority. I know I've already got the... Nah, fuck it. Let's just try it. I mean, what else is gonna happen?
The circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first.
And what exactly? All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People...
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
Of course you have. You've been calling people Kip left and right, inciting great.
Collie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the Kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit.
He's not racist, and there is no rally. There is no Carly either. It's a joke. Let's move on.
What happened? You got your ass handed to you. Always go with the...
Yep. There's no authority to be had here. I done fucked it up. Yeah. Let's go load. Maybe I can get some more stuff later on. How do I want to go now? Still can't get in over here, right?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. You see a heavy steel door. The door does not budge.
I don't know how to open the door. I want to go talk to her about getting her brush.
Hello again, esteemed off.
Steve.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
No, leave. I don't know where to find the bool either. Actually, real quick, let me go. Oh, what's this?
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't Missindo? Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later. There's no need for champagne when there's...
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got no one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
Best for him to stay home anyway.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now? She is nobody.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Give me a sec. Let me see if I can boost something with composure. Oh, there it is. Composure. I mean, I could boost... could I do anything clothes-wise? Station. No. Alright. Screw it. We'll just try.
Your munching has ruined my concentration!
Still, all you see is an old...
Anything else I can assist you with, officer? We still have a game to finish. Your munching has ruined my concentration!
I did... I just... Oh, I didn't actually... That just stole my point. Oh, I should probably put my gun away. Back to the chain jumps.
There. Cracked it. What do you mean? Yes. Didn't she? There's no...
I want to do this first, too. Calling the...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the...
This is Precinct 57, third officer. Got it.
The International Collaboration Police,
No. And I 57.
In the cabin, you see...
There we go. Called about the number.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the city?
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull. Yes, I'm an old man. Yes, it does. It's a
You see...
I'm fine. No one.
No one?
Yes.
Look, officer.
The possible...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows...
Can we conclude the topic of my guard? She...
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Yes, yes. Like I... Your munching has ruined my concentration.
Still,
Oh,
all you see is
okay.
an old soldier.
Anything else I
Fine.
can assist you with, officer?
Nope. Oh, I gotta go talk to Joyce. Nope, over here. Let's go over here. Yeah, I think it's in here. Let's get the brush. Here she is.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place. Fat chance. But you can still do your part to
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the...
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in this place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
She's making a valiant effort to come off as a nihilist, but she's really just an angry little commie. No wonder she was talking about the streets. She'd never admit to it anyway.
What for? Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about? Then you have time to find your own fucking brush. There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. She squints her eyes.
On fire. I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that. I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself. Then get your brush.
Oops, my apologies. You're a police officer and a grown-up.
And I need an aircraft carrier. So what? Have you got any kids? But fine. Take
Yeah.
I'm all out of fuel oil anyway.
You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil.
Oh yeah, we about to paint some shit. Now it's time to get depressing.
A weathered brown door. Something smells good. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear some light footsteps and what appears to be a daily weather forecast.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this. as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary. Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't. Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
Meant to pick up your Kindle. What's that? Whoops. Whoopsie doodles.
The lieutenant motions towards...
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Oh, no, I know what that is. I know what a Kindle is, but... I'm very confused by it all of a sudden showing up randomly, unless you need to pick it up from somewhere else. Oh, okay. I just got myself a tablet, or I just got an iPad, actually. Oh, gotcha.
He gives you a short, encouraging nod.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up, nervously.
Oh, yeah.
Come in, the door is open.
Gotcha. Oh, this part sucks.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his condensation from stepping inside. She just keep it together. Your body language...
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
People got to eat? What is this about? Why are you suddenly asking me about my cooking? It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie. They came home later. They're good girls. The girls are staying at their friend.
She swallows visibly.
He has a problem with... He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up. No, I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home. It shouldn't be long from now. Oh, it's in Jamrock.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes, if that's the one on Miro.
It is.
Just to return a book of mine? Why? I think it was, Thibaut's The Glinting Curve. His old leather jacket. It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so... No, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it.
She folds her hands across her chest.
do I...
How have I been?
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors.
Bah!
Ask more. Get comfortable around her. I don't want to. I don't want to do this.
Do what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it.
Excuse me? What?
She's in pain. She's in so...
We are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have...
God, he handles this way better than just me.
What happened to him? Tell me. And you just found him there? Lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
She doesn't reply. You hear the clock ticking in the children.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
God, I like Kim.
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Kim is professional as fuck, man. Well, sort of. Still hangs out with me, which is...
unreal.
God. Should I call them? Should I tell them to come home? All right. I'll just tell me. What do I need to do next?
For God's sake, lie.
And who should I contact?
He was taken to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
Again, if there's anything we could...
She just nods.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
We should step outside and talk.
Fuck, that sucks.
So, the death notification. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. There's not much we can do for them anymore.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it. We should get back to our case. And, officer, I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
He is way too nice to me.
I really have, he thinks. She was strong. She made it easy for us.
All right. Oh, we need to talk to Joyce. I don't think he's here at all.
This door is made of metal and appears to be... The door is closed. You hear someone inside. The door is closed again. Nothing. You hear someone inside.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Trying to sneak up on...
Yeah. Here we go.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind. You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we're supposed to solve.
But... Aww. I like my message. Joyce is over here. Yeah, Joyce is right here.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
I think I actually have to hold my badge. Oh. Wait, what?
A police badge on which you see...
I'm confused. Hold on.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol. Did you? Wonderful.
Ah, there we go.
Quickly, methodically, like an electric printing machine.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands. Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Oh, wait, what?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
That's not good.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Oh, so we got 3 random... Oh.
So, what happened?
No
The story
bueno.
is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders. for now.
Shit. So we got 2 whack jobs still running around.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh, fuck. That's the last thing we need.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Fuck.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Sedai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
We've got 2 deranged assholes running around trying to figure out who killed who, and if they don't figure out who killed who, they're just gonna fucking eliminate everybody out there. This is wonderful!
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
Shit.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1, 2, or in your case, 3 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
As I said, a bloodbath.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. All we can do is keep that which is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminoles Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Awesome.
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM.
Yeah.
I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenel. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do...
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
Okay.
The lieutenant consults his notebook.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on
So he's
narcotics,
fucked up.
too.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of
Oh,
dock
wait, I
workers
wonder
got their
if
hands on
it's
him.
the chick that in the other room. Okay. Maybe?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. If you mean did I see him alive? But I did. Lely, his service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's...
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
I can do this one. What else is good? Sure.
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Here's Shorty.
Gotta turn this off. Ah, that's my last beer. I'm almost done with that, the one Tex Murphy game. We're gonna finish that off tomorrow night. Then we'll get to go to the Tex Murphy game I've been looking forward to. And then eventually we'll be playing Nancy Drew for Stephanie's birthday. I actually got the music working on that Tex Murphy game and everything else, so everything's finally working. It's just a slog. But anyways.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
This is getting a little interesting because now I know what... So I think this game... So we're on day 4. I think there's 10 days total. I think we've done all the fun shit other than what's going to pop up, but... This is getting interesting because now I gotta stop 2 crazed fucking mercenaries from killing everybody in town. This is great.
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian.
Maybe if I stop myself from smoking or drinking in this game, I'll be okay.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury.
Well, so this lady that I'm talking to, turns out she was trying to... She was supposed to show up and negotiate with the union. And the company that she works for decided to send mercenaries to accompany her. She didn't need them, but they came anyway. And the one was a colonel. Colonel ended up getting drunk, and this is supposedly what happened. Got drunk and was on drugs. Ended up assaulting a young woman in town, and the union took care of him, took him out back, killed him, and hung him. So the other 2 guys... Well, sorry, there's 1 guy, 1 girl. The other 2 mercenaries are trying to figure out who did what to the colonel, and if they don't figure out what happened, they're just gonna fucking execute everybody who was involved in so many days. So it's delightful. I gotta try to stop this from happening. I've gotta find somebody to pin this shit on so that they don't kill everybody.
They've gone to ground, as it were. I recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
I know.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Fuck it, I want to know.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
That may be so.
Yeah.
I still hope you heed my advice.
I'm not going to kick the
There's
hornet's
no
nest.
need
There's
to
no
kick the
point.
Hornet's nest.
Wait, but then who's the woman?
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your
fucking
concern
politics.
may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I hope I can answer it better. Until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
Ugh.
They don't report their progress to you.
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Well, when you kill somebody's colonel and... yeah.
It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
What else was there with her? Shit.
More lessons in basic
Here we go.
reality?
Aha!
My favorite part of the day.
Ooh, both
Go
of
ahead. Ask me
Cool.
anything.
Okay. Here we go.
6 kilometers
Yes!
in the Valley of Dogs. Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again.
I have no idea what he's talking about, but I did it.
We always do.
You? You're an officer of the RCM. Preciso Mundo. Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Damn right, Kim.
He's being sarcastic.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is
That was de
poetically
jure.
called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin. The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
Laissez-faire.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it.
This is such an interesting game.
Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you,
It gets
dear,
more interesting because
they're
if I...
not fans of you.
It does not hold your hand. I literally have to figure out and go, okay, in order to find more about the story, I have to go here, and here. And if I don't, I run out of time and then nothing will happen.
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s
Doing my
was
best.
hell. Especially
I'm just
on
a
the west
drunk
side
cop.
of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a
Who
nuclear
did finally
power
find his
meltdown.
gun and badge. So, I'll take it.
They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
Of course not.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
Sure, fuck it.
What is all of this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. the world of matter.
Hold on.
Its pale
Let me
antipodes.
scoot back. Come here, girl. Yeah, I got a willow. Oh. Hi. How are you? I love you too. You're good. Oh. You're just looking for food, aren't you? Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Of bodies of water and forest-covered surfaces, clusters
Goofy
of light
gar.
where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
She is a daddy's girl sometimes. Sometimes. Tomorrow she definitely will be, because we'll be curled up in bed for a couple hours and when Stephanie goes to work.
Elysium. It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit. Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways. We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
Wait, are you seriously gonna go on a kick where you're saying that's flat? Excuse me, sorry. Oh, come on, really?
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific
Oh, wait, nope, never mind.
they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Okay, now I'm a little worried.
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be. They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
Okay.
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here.
What the hell are we dealing with? What the hell are you talking about?
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together. However naive it may. You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world.
The lieutenant observes you both, silently.
The Pale is not, technically.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for...
Of course, Lieutenant. I don't think your colleague would appreciate that. Let's continue with something else, all right? You can...
Fine.
Back later, when the lieutenant is not there, step aside.
Oh God, do I be a dick and just go, hey, Kim, can you, like, walk over there for 5 minutes while we talk about conspiracy theories? I don't know. Oh, that's something I should get. Oh. Oh, I wonder if I could do that. Hold on. I'm thinking. Hold on. No. This game is, at this point, just... I'm Switzerland! What can I do? Oh, I can. Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh wait, I should probably turn off caps first. Sure, why not? Hey! Holy crap, I'm actually using my goddamn tools. Nobody gives a shit either, though. Ah! Nelson's not doing anything. Oh, fine. Oh, look at that. Okay, I guess we're gonna go. Oh, crap. I think it's pole close. Ah! I get there eventually. Alright.
Good idea. Just ask him. It
Ooh.
won't make a scene.
Hey, no worries.
Fine.
Oh, you're good.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Let's talk about the pail. Because I've got time.
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant. Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass. Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
Oh, so she's talking about countries.
Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara,
Ish.
Strad, Katla, and this, Insulinde. An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say?
There we go.
Each is perishing and dear. Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
The negation of being.
That's right. The negation of being. No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla, an uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the pale, rolling, evaporating even, a great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
Hell yeah.
It's difficult to describe or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier.
There's a slippery article in there.
Pale when it's particular, this territory of pale. The pale when it's pale in its entirety. Once you've seen it, language balks at the difference. Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor.
It is possible to force dimensions on the pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path.
I thought she was I don't know if she's talking bullshit or not.
But it is still hard for humans to navigate the pale without getting lost.
It's bullshit.
Or having our mind
I feel like it's
extensively.
bullshit.
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation.
Conspiracy
Others
theory
argue that
bullshit.
pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
No, honestly, like when it comes to election time, I vote a very certain way, and it's usually following my wife.
They call it the blend over of the self. The pale does not only suspend the
I
laws
lean
of
far
physics,
away from
but also the
Republican,
laws of
though.
psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated or past.
Don't tell women what to do with their bodies. You're not a woman.
Who says and who argues?
That's my opinion.
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue. It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
Oh yeah, you guys have a nasty homeless issue. Is it bad where you live? Oh wait, I'm trying to remember where you live. I don't remember where you live. I know you live in Canada, but I don't know what section. Okay, to be quite honest, that's the same thing, same issue I have. Oh, I was gonna say BC. Okay, so at least I was on the right. But no, in all honesty, like here in Rockford, I mean, you drive into Rockford, all you see is homeless. I guess the homeless situation where I used to live in Indiana got pretty bad too. But I think they make a career out of that shit sometimes too. I just don't give them money. If people would just stop giving people money, they would just go away. Or do something else. I don't know. Yeah, when I used to drive the bus in Lafayette, yeah. Pretty much everyone, there were several people drugged out every day.
It's more for her. Way more.
No, Lieutenant Dubois. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
Why does this sound like a fucking cult?
She's looking out toward the sea. What?
Entreponetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians...
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere.
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how.
Oh, I literally in Rockford, you can do the same thing. Just drive around and see all.
Have been known for thousands of years.
They're attempting, but I think they're just going to be turning them into high-priced lofts, like in downtown. And it's just like, okay, that doesn't solve it for these. It's a whole thing. It's not going to get solved anytime soon.
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects. Later.
Un momento. Yeah. I will be right back. I'll be right. I'm back.
Hybrid airships, Detective.
Thank you.
Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you cross from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely. Then they don't.
Go, my word. Like a skipping stone.
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Oh my word.
What do you think, Detective? Oh no, Detective.
Yep,
An
never mind.
intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk... Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, I suggest you do the same. It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, Detective. Live life. Yes, sweet reality. Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Well, see, I look at all these options, and the only one I think of is the last one, because I'm like, who the fuck am I? Screw it!
Mm-hmm. You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective.
Yep.
If you don't know even this, then... I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile, you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Well, that works.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now? Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Well... Wait. Ah!
Good luck, detectives.
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola. Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound. Ulogu Theodos. Xeno Zausin. Ipoli Osithien. Echondes Fronisin.
Nope, wrong one, damn it. One below.
It's a spaceship, damn it, not a prom limousine. Ooh, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the Angry Dome.
Monday morning, the moment you arrived in this reality, are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
Dude, you pulled that shit down. Aw. Goddamn cat. Come here. Little fucker. I don't need you pulling that shit down. Oi. That stays up there. There we go. Oi. Oi, you're a cat. Come here. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Oh, it's just me doing the sound clips again. I have a cat. You good? There you go. Sort of. And there he goes. No, you're good.
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. It's totally also a coping mechanism. So you should be. The world perhaps. Just a thought. The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
I have one skill point. What should I think? Let's see. Internalize white morning. Sure, that'll do something. Okay. Where is the sleeping dock worker? Or Tamila home? Oh, I don't think I want to. I don't think I can do that. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Tamila home. I don't remember where he's at. What about stuff to do? Yeah. They're all physical instruments. They're going to be trash anyway. Hold on, before I do this, I'm going to make a quick save. Because this could be bad.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Yes,
there we go.
Last, you find a way to piece them together, using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB-41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene. Followed by the title. Why, yes, your precinct number, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say Harrier Dubois, HDB.
Wait.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the case files do not show you finding the author of. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, between 2 options. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible
What are you
in the next
doing?
world for
Got my
new
books.
people. And it is too late for us.
Gather. Dude. Get, crazy cat. Go. Bounce.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter. And agreement as well. What do you want to tackle? AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable.
Gather.
You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always
No, you're good.
trash
I'm trying to get
everything.
my cat to stop
It's just what they do.
fucking with shit behind me.
It is their nature.
Hey.
You cannot change the nature of a man. And you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration.
Got him out of there. Yay.
The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Staring at the crowd
You would
now.
think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets? Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Hold on. Public indecency. Leslie is doing public indecency.
Good, you're learning.
There we
If
go.
the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again,
So are you.
The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
Oh.
He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecap.
Damn!
The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore, can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Dude, that's kind of fucked up, but works.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
Man, we're a bad cop.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape. That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with
Fair
a
enough.
square gun.
Okay, well, that was...
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it. Yes, as you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst.
Oh,
So
seriously.
anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was.
Sure.
They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next? Murder. Tum tum tum. Was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
I still want to know how.
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah bar.
Jesus Christ, fine.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever. No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too.
Oh, what?
The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting it, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day. Yeah, so anyway, a young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there, only client that day. In perfect health, too. No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open. Blood everywhere. What happened? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
Really?
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something.
It does.
It turns off your brain's oxygen supply. And you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom. Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
Never been to a hookah parlor. I always wanted to go, but I also got off the whole kick of smoking, and that's kind of close to smoking, so...
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sod it takes about
we already
half
did this.
Not much has changed. Arson, petty theft. You don't exactly...
Sweet! So, the ledger's done. Yeah, oh, we got the ledger done. Cool. That works. Tommy Lahome. Warded door. I don't know where that is. I don't know. Oh, it is? Oh, that's pain threshold, though. I don't know if I have enough for that. We'll see. Thanks, Pro. Totally forgot about that door in the bookshop. That made a sound. Oh, this thing. Actually, let's take a look.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime.
And this thing?
Shelves full of
No.
Several maps the maps look old and
We
faded.
already got it. Map of Revachol.
This bookstore is not amidst the These three things are very important to the work, the point of the book, and many other various paranatural. The maps look old and faded. Shelves full of browsing. Suddenly, high speed next to.
I'm sorry.
Shelves filled to the brim.
Oh, you're a
Crime fiction. These books, not a single mention of. You see, a killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Wait a minute. All this told us nothing about who Dick Mullen actually is.
I do. I'm surprised how much money... Wait, what? I can buy a board game?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence. Could it be the motifs of unstable identities
I
and
may
shocking
grab one.
betrayals? Then this is the book for you.
Fuck yeah.
Of course. Such.
Fuck yeah. Dick Mullen book.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paper, the cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him, the tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which...
Are you really reading that, detective? Good luck finding it. It's not much of a character to simply find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
The point is for the reader to feel. The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does an extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype, but also extremely accurate in your case. 2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his...
What's the matter, detective?
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature. They're not shitting you, detective. This is what the writers think passes for police procedure. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman. Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane. Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks...
Hey, we finished White Morning.
...from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder? A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once in. One evening, Deanna Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort.
Drinking half a bottle of vodka is never a good thing.
Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth, well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer. The man's a prosecutor's nightmare. Solving a murder counts for nothing if all the evidence gets thrown out in court over police misconduct. As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Deanna Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. Always aim for the center of mass." Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly. Who can you trust in this wicked, messed up world? The lieutenant gives you a quizzical expression in return. You go back to the story. When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood. Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in? What is it, Detective? It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never there was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective. For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. You won't find the answers you're looking for here. In other words, is it really so evil, Detective? Like what? You don't know how you know, but you think contemplating art is going to save you? Whatever you say, art cop. The book has stopped laughing. You know you look like a madman, right? Giving an inanimate object the finger.
What's the matter, Detective? Then perhaps you should stop reading it.
But you can't stop, can you? You've got to find out what happens. So, who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Fuck! Politician's twat son, probably not. Junkie art collector? Hold on. I can't. Bah.
Could be. Who knows? You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself you try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. Dozens of pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but...
Ah, yes. The problem with mass-market paperbacks. They are not made to last. Perhaps this is a sign that you should get back to solving your own murder, huh, Detective?
Don't forget, it could have been the delirium tremens. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen's mistaken identity.
We literally lost the last fifth of the book. Oh, that's depressing. That's very sad. Sure. Is this one of the board games? This?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities.
Hold on, okay, so I think if I go back to Tare, or I'll have enough money to buy the actual expensive board game. Maybe. Maybe.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk
Damn
into
it.
the machine, and the money appears. Do you know what you should do with that money?
No, I'm not gonna... I can't sell any random shit either. Fuck. I can't buy the expensive board game. Shouldn't have bought the fucking book. God damn it. Shit.
The dented yellow mailbox.
I don't want kicked mailbox. Usually it hurts. Shit. Damn it.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperback.
Ah. Oh, can I sell shit? I wonder if I can sell shit to the other guy. What's this? I don't. Never mind, we're good. Probably not. I don't think I can sell shit to anybody. It was my mistake. Come back here, come back here.
An old monument. The woman still has her.
Okay.
A lorry stuck in the traffic.
Well, I can talk to him.
Hola, wandering man. Los Ardis? They're sort of like you. We're negotiating. Aye.
The man whispers.
The mercenary, eh? I haven't heard anything about them. But if that's true, well, he was an agent of the opposite. I ain't the murdering type.
He believes the hard...
Understood. This is...
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search.
Yes?
Fuck.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Don't think so. Silence. He takes the photo. Hard as a stone.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means.
In what must have been Seminine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush in Benito, 41. Monsoon season.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
No, not that one. That one. No, I do care. That's kind of fucked up.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer. Go ahead.
All right, now. Free commerce!
On the photo in your hands.
I'm not gonna straight up ask him. No.
Looking for something odd?
Tis fine. Tis fine.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57? No. And I doubt 57's...
In the cabin, you...
Uh-huh. Oh Jesus! Okay, that yeah, okay. I'll take it. That's pretty good. Although I will fully admit that that's probably brought on by porn. They just think they're supposed to do it that way. Oh yeah. Gotta see if these drunks are back yet. Ah, they're here. Cool.
Tequila Sun. Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Uncle.
There's no way.
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes. Pissable pilsner. Aye. By amphetamine, I mean speed. Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean... Aye. That's what I... Good, my man. Now what...
How the Oh, I never bothered to try the fucking door. Actually, in all honesty, I think I'm gonna stop for tonight. I'll start fresh. Maybe Saturday? Next Saturday? Either way, I think I'm going to call it a night, though. I'm going to save this. I'm scrabbling at ends. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to end it. There we go. Alright, but anyways, you all have a good night, and I will catch you tomorrow where we will hopefully finish up the Tex Murphy game and move on to something else. Hopefully get to Nancy Drew when it comes to Stephanie's birthday. But yeah, no problem. Pleasure. Anyways, you all have a good night. Catch you next time. Peace!